brother. Stitch witchery is a product that they use for those of us who don't like sewing hems in garments. You can take your garment and you can fold it like you're going to have a hem in it, and instead of having to stitch it with a needle, you take this stitch witchery that looks like a little piece of cloth, cotton tape, and you put it between the garment and you sear it with an iron, and when you do that, it sticks the two pieces of fabric together, and the hem is as good or better as if you had sewed it by hand.
Amen. Amen.
So when you sear a thing, the purpose of that is to stick it together, to hold it together. So an individual who's been turned over to a reprobate mind, which is similar to this, their conscience gets seared with a hot iron, so they can't revert back to the way they ought to be, even if they want to.
Go ahead.
These angels are reserved in chains of darkness. They're chains. In other words, a chain is something that holds you or ties you to something else. And so their disobedience has tied them to this darkness, this godless place. Their unforgiveness, the place where they are is a place of unforgiveness. It's a place of sin, a place of rejection. They have rejected God. And so their rejection now holds them to this godless place. I don't know about you. There are individuals, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but rejection is a powerful thing. You will find people who have been rejected in their lives. They are unable to move past a particular place. They can't go on to the next area, the next dimension, if you will, in their lives because rejection has gripped them. It's holding them in a place. It's holding them in a place of darkness, a place where they just can't get it back together. Some people just go off the deep end and they get into drugs and alcohol and all kind of crazy nonsense. They get into these kinds of things. I don't mean to disrespect anybody. All I'm saying is rejection can be a terrible thing. It can be a thing. It can be something that can totally persuade and change your mind. This is why you have to, in all thy ways,
acknowledge Him.
And He will direct your what?
Path. Yeah.
Matters of the heart are really particularly difficult to deal with when rejection comes into place. You have to be careful. I'm not going to get into relationships and all of that. We're not going there today. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
Darkness, they're in this darkness, and this is where they are, and they can't do anything about it. It's a terrible thing to be in a place that you can't do anything about.